The LLC full spawn. Oh, it comes in and pushes him back. It was Chris, I think, who jumped in there. Or Matter. And they're now reset, the Allied side. We're on board with Chris as he picks off that Panzer Pro. Now looks for other players. This is where everyone... Oh, Toxic, big double Panzer. Say goodnight to Dusty and Crumbs. And this was the big thing that we didn't see from KIH yesterday on ice. We didn't see them were able to set up that mid defense, and they weren't able to do what you just saw there from Chris, which was push out and maybe it didn't happen, but maybe pick off one or two before the attack comes through. And that's the big thing. Once this LLC side get going, they cut through the middle of the map. As we're on board with Fro, who's stuck at this service door now. Makes his way through. Toxic in his Panzer. Misses. Jumps over Fro. And Fro and his grenade go head-to-head with Toxic. But reinforcements come in the shape of Matter, who gets the kill and the give, more importantly. And now will come in to try and keep Toxic alive. Gets a kill onto Dusty, who's revived by Crumbs. And now you will see Crumbs poke his head out. Definitely took the hat off his opposing number as he makes his way out to the top. Matter is down. Fro blocked in by Crumbs there as the LLC side have breached the service door now, and there's going to be a big spawn, which Fro is going to think, I'd like all of this, please. Where did he go? And he's kill revived off camera. Toxic's Panzer stops Dusty getting away with that dynamite. With that objective, but reinforcements coming in the shape of Crumbs, who is going to go for the objective, jump it down the service door route, but is picked off in the sky, and the documents will be returned by Jam, and NP just about hold on. On the outside you see Kevin, and we'll follow Fro as he goes looking for allied blood. He connects with it, it's Matter, and now Fro will get dropped. Oh, no, he'll just self-kill. Anyway, as Kevin goes for the spawn kill with the support fire, he has no one there to play with, but no, the allies know he's there, and the allies come looking for him. It's Matter who gets him, and MP reset, and they'll be thinking, you know, they weathered that initial storm, and they can set themselves up. Where you see kills coming from from Chris and Mirage, and in the case of Chris, he's got no one to shoot. Allies have pushed forward, they've reclaimed that shipping hall, and this is an interesting position for MP. And a fun fact thrown my way by Homie is that, in fact, in the seeding tournament, LLC lost 2-0 to NP. So perhaps reports of MP's demise have been greatly exaggerated. Big moment for Toxic here. There's a lot lined up, but he can't get past Bully, who drops him before he can rattle off that tactical nuke. Axis will take this flag. MP will get caught. How far out from spawn are they? And Adetta will be the one to lead the charge. If you're just joining, this map is LLC's choice. And they were just invincible against KIH on this yesterday. Oxy picks up 2 kills. Adetta and Kevin both picked off. Crumbs returns fire. We're on board with Fro as he's no doubt going to make a move forward come Axis spawn time. But if he gets caught, he's on a long spawn himself. Here's his moment. Oh, what a time for a pause. Fro staring down the barrel of 3-4 allied players. And we have ourselves a pause and everyone lined up looking for him. There's no word on what caused the pause. But everyone has eyes on this man. 2 allied medics waiting. Will they pick him off? I'm loathed to click through and see what else is going on the map because we won't get back in time when we get prepared to fight. So we're just going to sit here. Here we go. Oh, what a good decision. Fro and his Panzer ready. Here come MP. What's he got in his locker? Big moment. Oh, he does connect onto Oxy, but nothing more. And has escaped with all of 3 points of health. And lives to nade another gate. Axis pick up that objective. Stay on board with Fro, who had lost his Panzer as well. Let's see who has it. I think it may have been Bully up here, but the objectives are where? They're with Dusty. We've got to find Dusty, who is moving with those documents straight through the service door, and will go past a respawned LLC side. And for all the excitement, for all the movement, the LLC side have got those documents and have got them far, far away from MP, and they're picking the MP side, are being picked off left, right, and center behind Dusty, who is going to run these documents home and set the time, and that will be a 6-minute and 10 time. And, well, everything was pretty great until that pause, and then one break, and LLC was straight through. But no complaints from them. And no idea what that pause was about. You have to assume, given Fro's position, that it wasn't an Axis pause, because it majorly disadvantaged him. But in the end, on the other end of the pause, was a clock-setting play. Going live once again. And away we go for a time for NP to beat. Remember, we play ABBA, so you set a time, then I set a time. As Oxy will lead that charge for MP. Has his shoelaces tied by Adeto's grenade, and Manta shows him how it's done with 2 of his own. Toxic the Panther spawned the wrong side. Fro's connected with his grenade. Oh! Toxic getting nowhere past Bully, who can get him before the whine of that Panzer can go off. And actually, I thought his teammate was going to nade him anyway. Jam will lead this charge in, gets himself the kill onto Crumbs, and will follow up with the Gib. Dynamite planted. Three Axis players on the other side of this door, making their way in. There is a Panzer coming in the shape of Fro, who wipes out everything, including a teammate. There are allied players coming in to try and stop them. One of them is Adeto, and he is out for the count. Chris has charged on through, and Mata is going to follow up with a kill onto Kevin, and that will be that for stage 1, as the MP side break out quickly. Allied team have respawned though, and are set up for this MP attack. They're going to go for the wall plant, and it will be a combination of Dusty and someone else who gets that. On board with Fro, whose job momentarily is to defend that fading dynamite. Now we'll head towards the service door. Winds up a shot, hits it at the back wall, and self-kills out. Double Panzer from Toxic onto 2 players there. We see Crumbs waiting. Support fire coming in from Kevin. Wipes out his own teammate, and Kevin's going to have to do something big. The MP side insisted on getting that Fortress Wall Dynamite. Not something you always see people go 100% for, but Chris is going to bear down on these documents now. He's got a teammate there to help him as well. Chris picked off. He was going to respawn anyway because he was an engineer. Who has these documents and who's running with them? It's Mata, and Mata is going to go the service door route and get out of here. Toxic's double Panzer will stop anyone from coming through, and MP, this looks like no problem for NP, as Mata will lead away with 4 minutes to go, and I can't see there being any Allied defenders this far, but I'm completely wrong. Here is someone to try and take on Mata. He's been picked off as he goes with those dynamite. There are 2 players there. Crumbs is one of them. He revives up his teammates. Document's going to be relay raced by Jam. Allied FFE is going to block reinforcements from coming. Jam is going to run these through to the radio room now. Yes, he will, but a twist in the tail as the Allied side were able to get down there quickly. And that will be round number 1 to NP, who get those documents home and get themselves the first footing in this QuakeCon from home RTCW final. That's a real tongue twister. And LLC, so impenetrable on ice yesterday, will find themselves with a question to answer here on round number 2. Now, we'll see when that whether that plays out in Village, where I would say NP didn't look impenetrable against LLD yesterday. So we'll see. Anyway, we are ready to go again, with LLC now needing to hold firm. They need to pick up a round on this map, to state the obvious. Grenades exchange. Panzer is going to wipe out 2. Toxic going for the full self-kill. Fro and Bully picked off, and a lot of deaths going on at this flag area. Toxic's grenade dispatched of Dusty. It's all on Kevin, who self-kills, and that MP side take that flag at the first time of asking. dynamite planted, and we will see this MP regroup. And LLC looking in all sorts of trouble at the moment. Bully double MP40 frag will get them through, and they've not given up hope of reclaiming this flag as they push in, collect it now. Dusty's the one who gets it. There are grenades all over that floor, but the last man standing is Adetto, who can revive plenty. And LLC reclaim control of the flag, and with it reinforcements come through the service door, and we'll see now whether they can set themselves up a defense. Fro goes for the one man, can't get it, is picked off, but will get revived. See Bully going in, getting downed by Mirage. Fro's Panzer comes far to take on Matter. Allied respawn is coming up, but Mirage gets it. The Allies reclaim before the Axis could spawn. They were spawning right at the same time, and they were just enough to hold them off. And now we see MP regroup and try again. And important from LLC. You know, it's kind of an all-in play to go back down for that flag at that moment in time, but they got it back, and now they bought themselves, in one foul swoop, they bought themselves what has been 60, 90 seconds, which is the name of the game. Throw double grenade jam, and Toxic hit the deck. And Adetto is on flag duty. On board with Fro, who is elegant, like a gazelle. I don't know whether gazelles are truly elegant, but Fro is the more elegant of the gazelles. Of that species of animal, Fro and his Panzer are the more elegant. LLC set up nicely here in this flag area, and this is more like it from them. This is what we saw against KIH. Maybe they just had to blow a few cobwebs out of the system to get themselves set up. 7:20 to go. This is already a 3-minute flag hold, and that's plenty. Chris has spied a stray Fro, and Fro shows him how it's done. Chris and Toxic both wiped out. Toxic will, or what? Chris will get a revive. Toxic's gone, and he's not coming back. Well, at least not for 30 seconds. Now, LLC sit quite content. Quite content. We're going to stay on board with that elegant gazelle as he gets ready to go up. He's only got half charge. Toxic, an equally elegant gazelle. Maybe more of a llama. Gets himself a double panzer on the other side. Crumbs is going to stop Toxic from getting that flag, and as you can see, llamas, not so elegant, can't quite jump past people to get to the flag. They're a little bit more awkward. Crumbs is going to come on through. We've got Chris to pick himself off the kill. Or get picked off by Crumbs, sorry. Fro takes a stray bullet. Kevin has eyes on spawn. I feel like they must have had the spawn time then, but Kevin, binoculars and all, make sure of it. And if you're MP at this point, things are about to get frustrating. Because no matter what, you've got a crap time to defend now. And from this point in, when LLC have their spawn synced up to yours, and they're pushed out in both tunnels, and not really, there's no real chance of getting through, life kind of sucks. And that's what it's going to be like for MP for probably the next 5 minutes. This is what KIH went through yesterday. It's a form of torture. Fro is the waterboarder with that Panzer. He jumps out, picks himself up the kill onto Oxy. Exchanged with Toxic, who got himself the kill. And now will make his way through. It's so refreshing to watch Toxic with a 50 ping. He's so much more fluid with his pistol and SMG when he does it. We do have a push now through. The Allies have been pushed back. Axis still don't have that door, though. Someone got through the service door. Sorry, Axis don't have that flag. They do now. Kevin's going to try and do something about it as he hears the Allies leave. Waiting for him is one. And now Kevin will charge into that flag and will be dispatched of by Chris. Oxy can then lead this push through the service door. There's two players going long with Mirage. Crumbs his grenade, makes sure that one of them doesn't get through as well. Follows up with a Thompson of his own. And LLC are set up for this service door defense. Let's get back on board with the Gazelle. He gets himself the kill. It's Chris that goes down. Fro pushes in, just leaves a little Easter egg for one of those incoming Axis players, and the Allied respawn happens. Kevin picks himself up the frag onto Mirage. Fro onto Matty. You know, when I hit one-man pants, I got flamed back in the day. Just saying. Fro's big grenade there just cleans out Chris, and I think Gibbs another one. And this is the big thing. This is where Toxic has to shine. Toxic gets himself a kill on that. Toxic is the only one who could open up this service door with that Panzer. And the problem is, positions like where Dusty are right now mean that you got to be kind of lucky that you'll get 2 or 3 people to go in, because you've got Dusty coming in now. Now, in a minute, you'll have a window of opportunity to 3-man. When Fro was there, whoever that LT is, and then Dusty. But it's so difficult. It's such a small window for the Panzer to hit. And until you hit a that or a grenade, you're just 3-on-3 and the defending 3 of a crossfire, and there's no way through. So, MP have a thankless and painful task to break down this next crossfire, which will take a minute, and there's not many minutes left. Chris tosses out a support fire. They have broken out that crossfire. No sooner do I sing its praises than it's actually broken. We're on board with Toxic. Matter and Jam have both picked themselves up kills, and this is the moment for Toxic, as he will go looking with that Panzer onto Allied spawn. Makes his way through. Here's Fro's wine. Now we'll take out Fro. Big moment from there. Objective picked up. Toxic's opened up. And he's got someone he can Luger in the back as well. Adetto is the person who's pushed forward, though. The Allies reclaimed that flag, and Adetto's going to try and meet the dock carrier at the service door. First frag is onto Jam. Second frag is onto the carrier. It's Matter. And Adetto, absolutely stunning, stops the rot for the LLC side, who now have the flag to boot. And that was MP's moment to win this, or to set a time. And it will not come again unless dear old Toxic can do something about it, and they know where he is. He and that Panzer will connect onto Fro, which is arguably an important kill to get. And he'll sit and he'll just be a distraction now. He's got a minute 40 and he's taken out by Chris. Oh dear. He probably wasn't going to get past Dusty, but it didn't help that he was taken out by Chris. And now we do have someone going for those objectives in the shape of Chris, who falls to his death. Should be racing those to the bottom of the stairs. Does. It's Matter who's going to go for it this time, and we stay on board with him. Is Adetto lurking once more? Don't think so. The Axis have that flag, and they will move through, and we'll see whether there's anyone who can catch up with them here at the second exit in the MG. It'll be Crumbs, but Crumbs is squared out by 2. There's one player left standing. It's Dusty. Dusty versus Matter. No bullets coming his way, and Matter will push in and set this time. It is going to be 8 minutes and 57 seconds, as they will be frustrated. They were heavily frustrated by LLC being able to push out and hold onto that flag for so long. But they did what KIH couldn't, and they punctured a hole in that flag defense, and eventually then set a time. And given that they're around to the good already, they'll feel like this is a doable situation for them. If you're just joining us, this is the QuakeCon from Home RTCW tournament. A game of 19 years of grace and elegance still commands a whopping 180 people coming to watch today, which is a pretty good start to your Sunday morning or Sunday evening, wherever you are. As we get ready for our last player to ready up, it is Jam. This was, if you've only just joined, LLC's choice. They absolutely smothered KIH on this one yesterday. NP's choice was Village, which we also saw yesterday, and if we need it, the decider will be Base, which we didn't see in either of the games yesterday, but is always fun to see. here we go. Can LLC beat a nearly 9-minute time and tie this final back up? On board with Toxic. Fro double Panzer starts the game. Toxic gets one on the other side. Crumbs is picked off by Jam, and now he will have to make his way over towards the flag to help pick off this stray Axis body, or allied body, Axis body who was there. He's now going to be the one to go up towards the engineer who's on the service door. He just spams grenade after grenade down in Jam's general direction, who's really, with 9 bullets, probably just waiting to pick him off before spawn, but he's not going to even do that. Toxic Panzer dispatches of Kevin. Dusty now makes his way in towards the flag room and plants his Axis flag on there for LLC. And Crumbs, who I think was that engineer we were seeing just a minute ago, no, in fact he's the medic, is way through. Bully is still alive, who was that engineer. I wonder where he's gone. And now Crumbs is making his way up the ladder. Frags a piece here for LLC and MP on the console. You see Toxic make sure the Crumbs goes no further as he gets to the top of that stairwell. He goes in. Oh, Kevin dropped as he's going for the flag, and the Allies reclaim it. And Jam will think he's hit his lucky day there. Not only did he reclaim the flag, he also picked himself up an ammo pouch. And not Kevin's finest hour. Now we'll see Jam going through. Wait, Chad is now saying that hit sounds are too quiet. We've been turning them down all weekend long. We can turn them back up a bit. As we'll see LLC regroup. MP reclaiming that flag and setting themselves up for a dig in here as they wait. Fro with the Panzer does dispatch of 1. We got 2 frags apiece on this latest exchange, but MP answer with more of their own. In fact, Matter and Jam helping themselves. Oxy here has to get himself out of trouble and make sure no one makes their way through the service door as he goes in. And we'll see that kill revives come through, but MP looking good. Look comfortable. Yeah, here's the bone I have to pick with Toxic. During all of ET, we were like, wow, Toxic's such a great player considering how high his ping is. Can you imagine when he's got a real internet connection, how he'll do and how good he'll be? And then, ever since he gets this brand new internet connection, he's just playing bloody Panzer, which is the weapon of the unpinged. I do not understand. However, I owe Toxic a long-standing debt of gratitude. Many years ago, he got me a ticket to Chelsea-Wigan, which was an 8-1 victory. So I can never be mad at him. Whatever decision he has made is the right one. MP collect that flag. Jam goes in and gets it. LLC stop any chance of a retake there, and now set themselves up to push forward. 5 minutes to go. What was a long time they had, LLC, is now a medium time. Pendulum begins to swing a little bit back in favor of the MP side. Matter picks himself up. A face full of bullets from Crumbs. Crumbs, who pokes his head up the top, is dropped by Oxy and will go no further. Throws 1-man dispatches of Chris. Kevin now support fires out the top. Has got someone on the top of that fence who will make sure he goes no further. And Mirage is looking to spy who's going up that stairwell. It's Bully, who thought he could make his way up towards the documents, but no can do. Mirage on the hills dropped him. Now Dusty will try his luck, going inside. 21 bullets, and definitely with this nade fears someone's up here. But there isn't anyone there to greet Dusty. They're all down below. They know he's here now. I'm not entirely sure that person he shot at knew he was there, but could be wrong. Toxic takes a face full of bullets, but still survives. Dusty's going to grab those docs now, has 6 points of health, and can only just pull them out. Toxic was waiting for them, and the Allies push forward, reclaim this flag. What can Adeto do? Oh, he can't get that flag back for LLC either. And Bully and his 6 points of health are going to be the ones to try and make it back there with 22 seconds till spawn. He can't get there, and he's going to go in, get the kill onto Chris, but Chris should get a revive, does. And LLC are in trouble here. This was... They are unable to hold that flag long enough. And MP have pushed out FFE'd onto Allied spawn. And we're now down to just 3 minutes. Toxic says goodnight to Crumbs. And Adetto is the one to move through. Jam, Chris, Oxy, Jam again. They all pick up kills, and this MP defense is looking resolute. It's going to take a Panzer to open it up. Mirage tosses his nade over the head of the incoming Axis Lieutenant or Medic. It was Dusty who could go no further, but there are reinforcements here for him if they can get in. But we seem to be running out. Here comes Toxic in the Panzer. He's going to launch it into that doorway and takes down a teammate without getting an LLC player, did he? No, he got Adetto as well, who will go down, and he's already respawned and already back at it. There's the whine of Froze Panzer. Doesn't connect onto anyone this time. Kevin and Adetto go long, and there's this the moment for them to make their way through. 4 unanswered fragged for MP. There's nowhere to go for them.
2 minutes to get out.
And all things look pretty resolute. This would mean LLC would have to win everything on Village if they can't claim a time here, but still a minute to go. But if Crest keeps landing those double grenades, it's going to be a long minute. And I mean a minute until garbage time. Lots of unanswered MP frags. Lots of dead bodies. As LLC do pick up a couple of kills, but we're now going to try and go through with Crumbs and Dusty. Assume someone else is going to collect that flag. Dusty waiting to pick up his compatriot Crumbs. It's Adetto who will be on flag duty. I think he heard someone walking there, yes, and now certainly hears the shooting, and goes back to collect that flag. No, it'll be a self-kill from whoever that person was on the other side. And now we're on board with Fro. Can Fro, the elegant gazelle, open up a hole in this MP defense? He's walking point blank through towards the spawn. He takes a little bit of damage, and then gets jammed. MP had 3 frags before that. Can there be a revive? Don't think there's a medic there. There is someone relay racing up towards those documents, but that FFE has made sure that that the relay race is over. Matter picks up 2 kills. Axis players dancing in front of Allied spawn. 30 seconds left to go. Oxy on top of the documents and sits on them like a mother goose as he waits for any incoming LLC players. But Toxic's double Panzer dispatches of 2, and this looks like close but no cigar for LLC. Dusty is too far away from those documents now. And the Allies have pushed forward, collected that flag. And that will be that. MP have taken LLC's map, boys and girls. We go on to map 2. We send it back with Adetto's retro playlist from RTCW times. But this is a big moment for them as the LLC side find themselves with a lot of questions to ask that, to be frank, just yesterday were not at all asked. We'll find out whether they can do it in just a moment. nice medic bullets, but watch how difficult it is to get out from here. Who is that that's pushed out? There's someone pushed out doing some damage to get them. The Axis support fire is going to force the Allies in, and they go now running in once again. LLC have frag after frag, but Mirage still standing. Mirage doing more than just standing. He's picked himself up 2 kills. Dusty and Kevin both down, and the MP side somehow managed to break down that crossfire without the help of any Panzer and have made sure that there's no way going through. Fro, on the other hand, has picked himself up an MP40 and is just as handy as he makes his way back. He's been killed by Matter, but LLC have made a bold move here. They're going to push to try and claim that flag back. 4 players lead the charge out. They must know when the spawn time is, and going on through is Adetto. Adetto wants to get that flag before the Allies respawn on top of him, and he does! And his reinforcements are going to come through as well, as the northwest courtyard is his momentarily, but what is left, it is just Oxy and soon to be his revived lieutenant. Did the Allies respawn back? Fro is waiting for them, which makes me think they will have done. The Allies capture that flag now. Maybe they didn't have a grasp on spawn time. But no, they did. They spawned and they went through the courtyard and now are coming the long way. So grabbing that flag bought LLC plenty of time. Oxy's been sat on it and really we've just wasted 30 seconds, which is exactly what LLC needed. Remember, LLC don't just need to win. They need they need to win everything from now on in. Well, their QuakeCon is over. And they're going home. They're already home. But to another home. A home without RTCW. A very sad home. On board with Toxic as Allies try to make their way out towards the crypt. Toxic and his support firing up towards spawn. There's Bully still just sat atop the crypt, nading on down, but the Allied support fire from Matter will deal with him. Mirage is the one who's getting themselves in there. There's no ammo on Dusty, and 3 Allies will make their way out. Dynamite is yellow. Grenade falls short, and that will be a Dynamite turning red from Mirage. And the crypt is soon to be opened up for these final 5 minutes. There was an Axis engineer, but I think I've just seen him again, but he's way too far back. It's Kevin. No, there's no engineer for the Axis over there. There is. It's Bully, but he, as I just said, is way too far back. As the support fires rain in. Can Bully do anything about it? They're going to get him into position. The Dynamite is flashing red, but Bully is on top of it, and Bully is going for the defuse, but it's a double Dynamite kill that wipes out Bully and Fro, and the documents are immediately picked up by Jam. Here we go. Toxic's double Panzer has Bully and Adetto out, and this is going to be it's going to be NP's moment to shine as they move those documents out. Let's find our man who's got them. His name is Jam, and he is passing that MG and making his way through. This is well, two double kills really clawed open the LLC defense, and they're now trying to close it back. You see 3 unanswered frags from LLC on the console, and Jam decides, you know what, I can't get any further without help. And he lies in wait. And a frustrated Jam takes his frustration out on that poor chair. Someone made that chair, Jam. Scan forward to the rest of the attack. It's Dusty who's down all the way down by the original spawn. Gets himself a kill. Froze Panzer picks up Mirage elsewhere. Oxy is going to be the one who tries to lead them through. And you see Oxy and Toxic desperately trying to clear the route for them, but the kills come in, and it doesn't look good for them to break through. MP now back up and at him again. We'll be spawning in 2 different locations at this point. Oxy's going to drop a grenade from above. There was an Axis there. Yeah, there is. He's going looking for him, but Oxy's about as subtle as a ton of bricks in terms of letting him know where he is. And Jam is going to have to retreat all the way back. 3 minutes to go. No chair for Jam to shoot this time around. LLC have pushed out to that next courtyard. Dusty helps himself to the frag of that lieutenant, but that support fire is going to do a lot of damage. He was dead anyway. And now it's Fro and his Panzer that's going to have to do something. 2 LLC players killed and gibbed there. Adetto has himself 2 MP40 frags elsewhere. MP haven't quite yet sounded to Jam to come. Crumbs was the one who pushed out into the courtyard to try and get through. Where is Jam? I think he's going to be right on the tail of Oxy here. Yep, 3 of them go through, which means Jam is going to be even further back. MP still not quite satisfied. Oh, look who's waiting. Look who's waiting. There's a Detto waiting! And Detto can go no further. Jam has made his way out. Jam has reinforcements in the shape of Oxy to help him out. And they have spied him. They've seen him. But there's nothing they can do. 2 players there. They picked off the first one. Jam's now going to make his run. He feels that now might be the time. No, he's not. He's going to revive. And he's going to run away. Run those little Jam legs away as he sits here exposed. Like a lion cub without his mother. As the other lions come in to eat him. Jam will back away, cower away. We've all seen this David Attenborough episode. And out he goes. They will have to start again. LLC holding on firm. Less than 90 seconds left to go now. Kevin hooks his way out, runs into a lot of trouble there. But the big Panzer from Fro takes down Toxic and Oxy, and MP have lost numbers. Fro in his grenades, ready to come firing onto Mirage. He's gone. Toxic jumps out. Can he get 2 of his own? Gets just 1. It's a Detto, and a Detto will go no further. But Jam is sat lonely and unable to move. He may have to go on this attack. And he moves forward with them. 50 seconds left to go. They've got maybe 1 spawn left after this, the Allied side. 1 meaningful spawn. And here comes Jam, escorted by Toxic. Time is of the essence. And the Allies now make their way through. Jumping out of the corner, dropping Toxic is 1. Toxic will get a revive. Jam and his medics will move it forward now. Is there anyone left to help him? Looks like all the axes have been wiped out. And Jam is going to run these documents home. He's taking damage in the background. But he will run those docs home. I think it was just being propelled forward by his teammates' bullets. And the time will be set. It's 9 minutes and 39 seconds. Right at the end, there was a parting of the LLC waves. But MP have just about done enough to say that if they can full hold LLC, they will take this title. But there's a long time between now and then. 9 minutes and 39 seconds on Village is a long old time. And LLC and these names that we have known for 2 decades of our lives are not going to give up without a fight. Place your bets now, boys and girls. My money is on LLC to take this one. It's just the way of QuakeCon. Of so many years gone by, we have seen classic final after classic final. And it would just kind of be un-Texan of us to not have another great QuakeCon final. We're about to find out. Here we go. As the Union for Promoting Panzerfausts would say, you feel like this is going to be a round where one of Fro or Toxic can decide the flow of this. We start with Toxic. Can he block this LLC assault? Interestingly, Fro, when he played this position in the last round in his defense, he stayed back. Well, there's Fro. Panzer onto Toxic, and the Elegant Gazelle has done his damage. MP picked themselves up the frags, though, with that Crossfire doing its job. But the revive train is up. There are 3 allied revives in, but are there many? Are they even doing any damage to the Axis? Yes, they must have done, because they got the kills and the Gibbs, and they move on through now. A Detto down. Mata helps himself to 2 more MP40 frags, and it's the Luger of Fro that does the damage. Dusty goes down, and we are still seeing the revive train going on, and we're starting to run out of Axis bodies, and starting to run out of syringes, as Adetto will get picked off, gets a revive. That's 120 hit points, whoever this person that's alive has to deal with. And of those 2 players, it was Mata, and Mata downed, and LLC may have got that flag. They have got that flag with Kevin. There's ammo with them as well, and they will hold on, and that's the perfect start for LLC if they can hold it. But Kevin's taking damage. He got a kill before he went down. The support fire is in on a full allied respawn at the flag, and MP with a bit of a long spawn here. Well, they're going to spawn now, but they got caught 3 players up, and Toxic is now just going to have to spam those grenades in and hold that crypt. And he's going to do more than that. He's going to get that kill onto Kevin. But that support fire is going to wedge those MP players back. 3 players haven't quite made the crossover yet, and the Allies are on top of the crypt. There's a yellow dynamite somewhere here as well, as I think Toxic did his job. He more than did his job, in fact. He got the Panzer onto the engineer, and his Luger frag dispatched off the last man. And well played to the man from Malta.
Affirmative, on my way.
Bully takes the fly. Will have reported what he saw on his little trip. Crumbs gets himself 1 frag as he makes his way up to the top of the ladder. 7:23 to go. LLC tracking ahead of time at this moment. Bully claims the life of Oxy, and his support fire does the same to Toxic. Jam is the one who will have to hold off at the crypt. He has 1 frag, but he's not going to be able to get past that. Starting to run out of Axis bodies up there to hold that crypt, and if Dusty can just keep this man occupied... Oh, MP have got a lot of kills elsewhere on the map, though. That's 4 they've got, and Adeto is on flag duty as a result. Respawning Allied side are there. 403 people tuning into this final now. Great to see you all for this classic of LLC versus MP. Oxy is there, waiting on top, sat aplomb the crypt. Allied Lieutenant pokes his head up in the shape of Bully. Dynamite tossed in, and oh, double Panzer from Toxic makes sure that Crumbs and Kevin can go nowhere near that crypt. And that's exactly what we're talking about. He has a big role to play, but so does Jam right now. Oh, tried to get himself out before the Allied spawn. Couldn't. Dusty's on top of the crypt. He's going to go looking for bodies to give. There's an Allied Axis grenade coming his way. And now the Allies do have control of the crypt, but they do not have a dynamite. Yes, they do. And the dynamite is planted. And we're going to go on to the dock stage, or the goal running stage here for LLC. They have Fro with the Panzer, Kevin with the MP40. And if you're MP at this moment in time, you've got to be careful. You don't want to get caught too far up when that crypt blows. As they push through, Fro is on flag duty. Let's take a look at that Axis spawn. They've respawned now, and yeah, they've decided that they're going to lose that gold, and they're going to have to set up for the next stage. Wise choice. Wise choice to shift forward here. Waiting for them, though, was Adeto, who had pushed all the way up. His main goal there was to make sure no one came from behind for the flag, but he will have sounded the alarm that once we've got this gold, there are people coming behind. And LLC set up for this next stage. Jam looking for Fro, who was looking to be mischievous in that Axis spawn. 5 minutes and 15 to go. Docks on the back of 1 dot Dusty. Dato is with the assault force. He's going to make his way out to try and take on Oxy, but can't. Still 2 MP players in that courtyard, 3 MP players in that courtyard setting up. Oxy quite content to sit here, and I think Toxic is somewhere in this picture as well. There he is. On board the tactical nuke. His grenades don't do anything to that engineer, but his Luger does. And here goes Toxic! Picks himself up 1. It's Adeto that goes down. And more importantly, his nades bought plenty of time. Dusty waits. Much like Jam before him. Only no chair to shoot at. 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go. If you're just joining us, LLC must win this map. They must win this round. And it all starts here with Adeto. He can't even see who's shooting him. And we'll go down. Fro making his way from behind, though. He and Kevin could be a real thorn. And Fro switched up to being a medic here. Dropped the Panzer. And the 2 of them are going to create a sandwich going out to that courtyard. That could be perfect for LLC. That could give 1 dot Dusty the opportunity to make his way out. As Crumbs' Thompson gets rid of Chris. Matter is down as well. And now it's just Mirage there. Mirage is going to push forward. He fancies his chances one-on-one with Dusty rather than the sandwich that's coming behind him. And it's an unpleasant sandwich. But there's no one there. And Kevin has been dropped by Oxy. And let's see, where does Dusty go? Dusty's saying, you know what, I don't like that. I'm okay. You stay there, Mirage. And the 2 of them will not face off. We reset. Fro has himself the kill onto Jam. The clock has become a little shorter. Only 3 minutes left to go. Hoxie and Manta both pick themselves up frags. And that crossfire is alive and well. And this is that position that Manta has. You can barely see him, albeit we have a more glamorous config out than he does. And they haven't, I don't think they have a clue that Toxic is there. I don't think Toxic has shown his face in a while. And he is going to wait and see whether someone comes for those documents now. Particularly having lost his team. Well, they know he's there now. Toxic trades Panzers with Bully. And Fro is the one who picked him. I was completely wrong. They knew exactly where he was. So I won't make any more guesses. As Crumbs goes out, this could be the opportunity for the courtyard to be opened up. There's one Dusty in those documents, but there is an Axis in the back. Chris is the man. Chris has got himself the kill onto Kevin. Oxy is still vaguely alive. No, he's not. Jam is the one who's going to have to do something for MP now, because it's Jam or bust. Where is Dusty? He and Chris, or Jam and Chris are still here, and they're looking for them. They find them. Here goes Dusty for LLC now, makes his way past, sees the Spire, is waiting for those Axis bodies to be confirmed dead. He's so nervous he shoots Bully coming from behind him. There are 5 Allied players going to run this one home, and this QuakeCon final is alive and kicking, boys and girls, as LLC crucially pull back around, and it is now 2-1 in favor of MP, and we are alive and kicking once more. And LLC show MP how it's done on Village. You have to say, yesterday, having watched MP on Village, they weren't strong. They weren't really, it was a porous defense. And LLC proved that once again. So we're all guns blazing here, once more. All guns blazing is a RTCW clan name pun, if you're unfamiliar with that. So let's see what we've got. This is a big, big moment here. The decider if we wanted his base. And I'm just going to say I want it. Woke up this morning thinking I wasn't going to be able to cast this final. Had a power outage. Sent good old homie a message like, there's no power, I can't get here. And thank God that that was a temporary issue. As we go live. 3, 2, 1, we are fight. And let's see what LLC have in the locker. Kind of expected to hear something whine across there from Toxic onto the front. But it wasn't to be. We're on board with him now. He went the other way. And the crossfire is up and at them. Froze Panzer comes in and I don't think connected with anybody. Toxic nades through. He's still got that Panzer to shoot. And he will go for it. No. Yeah, now's the moment. And more important than anything is Panzer gibbed everyone. Mirage's grenade had already killed them. And that first assault is absorbed by NP. Allies respawn, and there's a boatload of time for that Axis team to get ready. MP probably wondering where they were. They wouldn't have had the spawn timer yet, so like, where did they go? Did they go short? But no, they just had a long old time. Any kills here for LLC will put the MP players on a long spawn. However, we gotta get those kills first and foremost. Toxic and his Panzer take out a teammate and Kevin. Jam is back out, up and at him, and he makes his way through, but there are no allied bodies up. Panzer comes in from Fro, does nothing. And it ain't clicking for LLC at the moment. And remember, a full hold is not good enough. Dusty runs in the crossfire of that MG. Throwing his Panzer, pick off Mata. 3 players here, you wonder what's going on short. Exactly. Adeto is here, he got the kill onto Chris. They have Crumbs alive, and they have an engineer short. Which way are they going to go? The other side, Jam had himself the kill onto one. Crumbs has been picked off by Matter. And Crumbs is getting dropped off time after time. And that grenade from Chris will do all the damage necessary. Matter's the one who's holding on here. His probably only concern is ammo, but he's got 8 seconds till he respawns, and he kills Crumbs again and again and again. Crumbs is probably going to have nightmares of that one. The Allied push now is beginning to make its way towards this flag in the northwest courtyard, though. Grenade from Mirage. Plumb into the face of Dusty. Mirage will go down to Kevin, and the Allies do capture that courtyard. And how quickly will they respawn there? They've got 3 seconds to respawn. Will they hold on to it? Yes, they will. And we move through. MP will be perfectly happy with that first stage defense as they make their way onto this next crypt stage. LLC probably feel like they need to move a little faster. I'm assuming Fro is still a Panzer. Yes, he is. Makes his way out, doesn't connect with anything. This isn't a stage for a Panzer, and he will probably switch up to something else. Crumbs is up. Crumbs was an engineer. Crumbs is down. MP begin to take more aggressive moves as their spawn time comes up. And they'll be feeling a little more happy about this defense from their side. Here we go. Grenade comes up from Fro as he makes his way up the top. Toxic and that Panzer waiting to get sign of an engineer coming up. There's no one there. And MP are totally content at the moment. Double support onto the crypt, pushes the back. Toxic and his Panzer take out a teammate in Jam. They self-kill, and LLC may have an opportunity now with a few less Axis bodies up at that crypt to get out. There are 3 players there. Can Toxic get to Crumbs before Crumbs can get to the dynamite? You're going to hear that Panzer come in. He fires the wrong side. The dynamite's down, but Toxic's Panzer does get the job done in the end. Crumbs is revived. Crumbs is blown away. Is he? Yes. And the dynamite will fade. I thought he may have had invulnerability up when that support fire went in. And a brief scare for the MP side. Holy goes looking, gets himself the kill onto Mirage. Only 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. This is slow. There's no two ways about it. It's not clicking for LLC. Every time that their attack peters out, it seems to be on a really long spawn. Kevin is going to get picked off, as does Bully. Oxy's going down as well, and MP are smothering this. But 3 quick frags from the support fire and the grenade of Kevin, and that will open up a hole in that MP defense. Panzer in the face of Mirage gets another one down. There was a revive, and Jam is set, holding on to that crypt like it's his own property, and he will get himself the next one. Toxic's double Panzer will return fire, and we're running out of allied bodies now, as they will fall by the wayside. And with a 13-second spawn, there is an opportunity for the Axis to push in. But look at it, there are 3 Allied Axis players sat in their own spawn, held back by someone's FFE. It's Kevin's. Kevin has got himself into a really mischievous position here, as he spies them going into the crypt. Wait, who's he going to unload on first? Catches all 3. Oh! Didn't spy the lieutenant, or couldn't hear the lieutenant that was coming his way in the shape of Chris. Now they know exactly where he is, but he's got a great position here. Kevin raining down MP40 fire. Only has 8 points of health to play with, but he's done his job. Oh, if only could have taken out Toxic, but Kevin will go down in the end. Fro's the one who's gone. And there can't be many MP players left at that crypt. There aren't, and the dynamite is planted with 3:15 to go. The game alive once more. And Dusty must sit on that dynamite like an aggressive animal covering their child. We'll do exactly that, and LLC will push out, and the pack has arrived to hold on to this crypt for LLC. Where's Fro going? He will take himself and Matter out. The Allies have taken that objective, and we're on to this final stage now. What do LLC have? They don't have as much time as they did last time to run these docks. They're going to have to punch a hole in this MP defense quickly. They cannot be full held. And that pressure is mounting. 717 people watching LLC is the biggest audience they've ever had. And Dusty, a legend of Jolt 3 fame and the Clanbase UK ladder, is going to have to run those documents home inside the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds. On board with Fro as he's going to look to find a hole in that crossfire that's set up, and he's got to be alive to find the hole. And now he is. Moment for him to fire into that back corner. He finds Toxic, his opposite number. Adetto also got a frag elsewhere. Crumbs with the Thompson gets another one. That's a kill and a gib. And now they can push out. They have someone behind him. It's Dusty who's going to show his face. And as he makes his way out, Dusty's going through. There are 3 allied players here, but we're running out of people to revive. They need to go. Dusty's alone. Dusty's alone. He has revived his teammate. There's no ammo left in Oxy, and he's down to just his Luger. And there are 3 players up once again for Dusty to move with these documents. They're going to start to run this chain home. They're going to look to set a time. It'll be about 9 minutes if they get him home quickly. And here goes Dusty. Is there a twist in the tail? Toxic shoots his load too early, and Dusty's going to run these ducks home. And we are going to have a time of 8 minutes and 48 seconds. It isn't pretty, but it is a time, and we do go down to the wire here in the QuakeCon from home grand final, as LLC know what they have to do. Will these 2 teams trade maps? We're about to find out. Oh, who'd have thought you'd be doing this on a Sunday morning in 2020? Tension mounting. Everyone excited. Chat on the edge of its seat as RTCW takes center stage once more. And why does it take center stage once more? Because it was the greatest game ever made. I think we can all agree. MP the last 2 to ready up. And from their perspective, they must have felt more confident on this map than we have seen from their performance. They did start to look a little better on their defense that last time.
Prepare to fight.
But let's see. For LLC, they haven't been able to beat MP. They lost them in the seeding tournament, remember. See what they've got now. Let's find ourselves. Toxic switched up to medic, which would suggest a short push. Yes, it does, and Kevin is the one who's going to see it. And they're going to go short, or are they going to double back? They're going to double back. Fake that short push, or maybe I'm reading too much into it. Anyway, MP pushing on in now. Fro is going to have his moment. They begin to fire into that doorway. Just look at how many people unloading into Mirage. Panzer winds up from Fro, gets himself 2. Dusty gets himself the kill, and more importantly, the gib. And Oxy will be the next man on the other end of that MP40. And that crossfire works to a charm for LLC. And it's often, those crossfires are one thing, but it's often just like, where is the revive coming in from? That's 9 times out of 10. Like, does the revive block the crossfire long enough to stop people from actually getting through? And stop before anyone can get that kill. We'll see whether this crossfire can be tested once again. There's the Panzer from Fro, straight in the face. 2 kills, 2 gives. Matter and Oxy down. Big shot. Big shot. That takes the MP attack down into nice bite-sized pieces. Do they wait for the reinforcements? Or do they go it anyway? They're going to go it anyway. And 3, maybe 4. You hear the 4th player coming from behind going in. First player is killed and give before he can do anything. Now there are only another 4 players going in. They're all medics. Fro's grenade gets rid of 1. And they're going nowhere fast. And they're getting picked off left, right, and center. Can the revive chain get going? There are bodies there to be revived, but there are also bodies there being gibbed. And it's the Axis side who come out on top once more. And LLC's defense is looking good. Normally after 2 or 3 failed long attacks, people will go short.
Aborting. Can't see target. Firing
Kevin.
for effect.
Kevin tried to get a little too smart there with his FFE. Allies respawn. Long time between attacks here for them, and Kevin is just out to be annoying. And that he does with a 3-man artillery kill. Can you believe it? Anything that could go right is going right for Kevin as he picks himself up 4 kills, and his teammates will be like, cheers mate, we'll just sit back here and you can do everything. Toxic switched up to the Panzer. They are going to go short this time. And Toxic needs to get in, and he needs to do what Kevin just did. Just be annoying. Just take down numbers. Just make sure there's nowhere to go. Because this clock is ticking against MP. This final is ticking against MP. Momentum is with LLC. But there are 4 people about to come short. LLC have self-killed 2 players. Probably sensed this. Not just 4 players. There's a whole team about to come short. Fro's Panzer gets rid of 1. That's Matter. LLC with the rest of the players still set up long. What's Fro going to do? Because they're going to have to concede some territory here. Kevin is downed. The alarm must have been sound. He doesn't have enough charge yet. Now it's the raining Panzer. No! Plucked out of the sky like a fly swatter. MP pick themselves up 3 quick kills. There's only 1 in return. It's Dusty and he's gone. Toxic's Panzer dispatches of Crumbs. And the push through short is successful. MP have both the crypt. Oh, that Panzer from Kevin was fired too early. And they should be able to go on and get that flag. Look at this. 3 players set up for that crypt defense. The engineer. Oh no, it was the lieutenant and Chris that didn't make it. There is no engineer. That's what's buying LLC some time here. And there won't be one anytime soon because there's a crossfire on the top of this stairwell. This is a nightmare to get through. Dynamite Yellow. Matter is the one who's going to do it. And he must have come short to get there. Allies have this locked down right now. 2 players push forward. They lost the medic though. Can Chris pick him off? Yes, they can. Is there a LLC engineer? There is, in the shape of Kevin. Let's see where he is. Kevin comes himself an MP40 frag somewhere on the other side. Matt is still holding on. Crumbs is there. Kevin's been revived. He's a ways away from that dynamite, and there's probably about 15 seconds left on it. He's going to go. Crumbs is going to keep that revive chain going, and then engineer that is Matter is going to keep grenading. Let's see. Kevin's on top of it. Kevin's going nowhere. Matt is dynamite down, but Fro with the Panzer picks off Chris. Doesn't quite get Toxic, who gets out. And remember, the Allies still, despite having the crypt, do not have the flag. MP Mirage is the man who's going to try and get there. Does he fight, or does he go for the flag? He's got to go for the flag. They need the reinforcements, but 3 players. He had no choice but to fight. And now, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, albeit the crypt is open, very little has been achieved by NP. And so they lie with this still very much against them. Fro's double Panzer is another big thorn in the side of them. Oxy's the one going for the flag. Where are the rest of the players going? You can see MP getting pulled left and right here. Do we go short for the objective, which we need? Do we go long for the flag, which we need? Either way, that's splitting their defense up. And that's splitting their offense up, and it will simultaneously be splitting the defense up as well. Dusty is atop that gold covering the short defense. Adetto goes over to the courtyard. 2:45 to go. Docs take, what, 45 seconds to run? Don't know the exact time. And so we've got maybe 2 minutes of real play time left for LLC. And that would take us to base. All your base. What was a Trey Croner movie? All your base belong to me. All the quotes from great RTCW frag movies. MP torn exactly in that dilemma between short and long. At this point, with 2 minutes to go, they've just got to go short. There's no time for them to do anything else. There are 4 players coming short now, and Oxy's the one who's going to lead that push forward for them. But look at that clock. If I had the technical skill set, I'd make it bigger with every second that it beeps, because this is really, really working against MP. They'll run it. They'll maybe feel confident they can run it and then hold short. because they've got 4 or 5 players coming. If they can if they can get that one kill onto, I think it's Dusty that's there. There's Crumbs as well. Where there is Dusty, there is Crumbs. And if they can get this gold, they will run it back short most likely. But the crossfire of Crumbs and Dusty is doing the damage. Crumbs has got himself 2 kills. Still a lot of allied bodies. They've picked themselves up the kill. Toxic on Spawn gets himself 1 more. Crumbs still firing. Crumbs still giving it all he's got. And Froze Panzer still reminding us of what he can do. Double kill picks up 2. Mirage has the docks. He does still have 4 bodies alive. There's a minute to run these documents. They're going short. They have to go short. And now they're going to push these forward. They're getting in each other's way. Chris is the one who's going to have to push through. Axis Spawn is when. I feel like it could be a while out. We're not going to get any more Axis players left up. Whatever's left is what we've got. Adeto's pushed forward. He's the one who's going to see them first, but he's in the wrong place. They don't realize that they're going short. Now they will have sounded that alarm that they are going short. Where the hell are these documents? Crumbs is trying to catch up. Kevin is there. Can't find the documents. They're with Mirage. Mirage running in. Mirage getting blocked. He's going to go through Spawn, but his teammates are picking up kill after kill with 35 seconds to go. Will Mirage make it all the way to the truck? He will! And the Allies escape with the gold, and MP escape with their QuakeCon from home championship, having beaten the clock with some 32 seconds to spare. And they run out 3-1 victors. And in the end, short was the way to go.
Good game.
And they picked themselves up infamous victory here, as it looked like it was falling away from them. It looked like LLC would hold on. It looked like we'd go to base. But congratulations to MP on a exciting victory. We will play you out with some music. I'm sure there is a trophy ceremony going on somewhere. Socially distanced trophy ceremony. We'll play you out with some music. Not sure what's going on with the 3rd place match. We may well bring you that as well, but we will see whether they can and see what's going on with that. And we'll come back in just a minute.